Hivers, welcome to Honeybee Stamping Hive, where creative buzz is always in the air. I am Tashana Lundy, your Independent Stampin Up Demonstrator in Florida, serving customers all over the United States. And today, we're going to be working with the Penguin Place bundle. It's a stamp set and a punch. This is the Penguin Builder Punch and the Penguin Place stamp set. I'm not sure if it's still a bundle. It might be. And it should be on the last chance list. But this is what we're going to be working with, along with the All That Dies. We're going to be using some banners that's in there. And the Santa Express Designer Series paper. Okay? But before we get to all of that, of course, we have to go over the buzzworthy business of the day. So we have the paper pumpkin kit for January, which is the key to my heart. It makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 different designs. Fresh Freesia is going to be the ink spot, and there is an add-on available that you can purchase. It is 10 heart-shaped boxes, and the item number is 162417, and it is $11. And you have until January 10th, 2023 to subscribe to get this particular paper pumpkin kit. Next up, we have our host code for December. Oh, there it is. This is the code I would like for you to use whenever you're placing an order with me. Unless your order is $150 or more, do not use this host code because you will qualify for Stampin' Rewards. And Stampin' Rewards equals free product from Stampin' Up, okay? So we don't want you to miss out on any of your free products. Lastly, we have our mystery boxes. These are going to be filled with retired products. Some are new, some are used, some are very old. Some are more current than others. Everything is as is. We're only selling in the USA. We have medium boxes for $60. Large boxes are $80. The shipping is included in that price. So, yeah, we pack it full with everything. Designer paper, embellishments, ribbon, punches, dies, stamp sets, kits, ink. Like all the different types of ink. And some of them have tools in it, some types of tools. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff, good stuff. So go ahead and email me at stampwithshana@gmail.com if you're interested in purchasing one of these mystery boxes or a few of them, because they're really packed with some good stuff. I put at the least 5 stamp sets in there. Most of them have about 8 in there. And then along with all the rest of the stuff. But that's all the buzzworthy business. So let's get going on our project because it is a lot to do. So we have here a piece of shaded spruce. This is 5.5 by 8.5. We have some scrap whisper white for stamping and die cutting or punching. We have some designer series paper here. This is a 1/2 inch by 2 3/4 inch. You need 2 of those. We have some designer paper that is 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. And if you have a directional paper, you do need to cut it in a certain, I think it's in portrait. You need to cut it in portrait. What else do we have? We have some more basic white. Did I say whisper white for this one? It's basic white. And this is 4 3/4 by 2 7/8, scored at 2 3/8. Okay, and I think that's it. So we're going to get started with scoring our paper here. So let me get my Simply Score board. Hopefully we'll stay in frame with this. So we're going to start out on the short side, which is the 5.5 inch side. And we're going to score at 3/4 of an inch. Hopefully you're seeing what I'm doing. What else? 1.5, 4, and 4 3/4. We're going to rotate this, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1.5, 4.5, and 5.5. And then we're going to do partial score marks at 1 and 5. And you're going to turn this over. I don't want you to turn it over like this. I want you to flip it to bring the bottom to the top, but on the back side. And then we're going to do 1 and 5 again for the partial marks. You're only going down to the first score line that you intersect. And that is it for the scoreboard and the scoring for this. We're going to be making a treat box. And what else do we need to do? Okay, so I need to do some stamping on this. So we're going to get my shaded spruce ink, because whenever I make cards, I put my little personalized stamp on the back. And when I make treat boxes, I do the same. But with this, you have to do it before you put it together, of course, or you won't be able to stamp on it. So I'm going to be stamping on this area here with it, the stamp facing me. I'm just going to stamp right there. It's just my personal little stamp that I purchased when Stampin' Up used to sell those. So now we're going to adhere some designer series paper onto this, and that's where these 2 strips come in. So we're going to get some liquid glue, and we're going to adhere these strips along the sides here on this end with the 1/2 inch. We're going to put them in the second little rectangle there. Okay. Probably could have made these a little wider, but I think it's good. We need to show a little bit of the box. Ooh, I almost put that in the wrong spot. Wrong spot there. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and add our adhesive to this, which I'm going to be using some tearing tape. So on that 1/2 inch piece right here, we're going to put some tearing tape. Just like that. And I should have got it, you want to really get it close to that score line. And then we're going to flip it over. And we're going to put some tape right here. And this one, we want it on the edge. That's probably what I was thinking about on the other one. Well, I ran out of tearing tape here. Okay, so let me get another roll of that. So this is how our tearing tape comes. Tearing tape adhesive. I just need a little piece. Doo-doo-doo. Little piece right there. I could have done something else, but it's good. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and burnish all of our score lines, and you need to burnish these very well. Don't be light-handed. You really need to get these score lines burnished very well, especially when you're doing 3D like boxes and bags. You really want these score lines to be nice and crisp so that your project holds its shape. And on the longer ones, I like to just do it from the ends like that, and then I'll do the middle on the longer sides. Okay, we have that. And that is all of our burnishing done. So let's go ahead and put this together. So we're going to remove the adhesive, and I folded it not on that 1/2 inch, but on the next line, score line. And we're going to fold this over at the first score line, and they should meet up evenly so that we can put our little box together. And if there are bubbles like that, just flatten it out with your what is this, bone folder. And I like to do this to make sure that's adhesive is really grabbing. Now where we have those little score marks on the side, just pinch it, because we're going to make like a milk carton top. You can, if you like, put score lines right here, like from this one down to each corner. But I find with this smaller box, you do not need to do that. But we're just going to shape it so that it forms those little things. Okay. So now on the end with the tear and tape, we're going to go ahead and take that off on the inside. Oh, and as you can see, these boxes will fold flat before you close up the end with the tear and tape. Okay. So let's go ahead and remove that. And then we're just going to pinch this closed, just like that. Then we're going to take a hole punch. Now, this was a Stampin' Up 1/8 inch hole punch, but it is since retired. But I was going to use a regular paper hole punch, but the hole is a little too big. So either way, you would have to purchase that somewhere else. So I thought, why not just use the Stampin' Up product anyway, although it is retired. But if you have any other kind of like a slit, it depends on what, these are holes for ribbon. So depending on what kind of ribbon you have, you can use a slit punch. You don't have to necessarily use a hole punch. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some floss threaders. I just got these at, you know, your local store. It's like for dental floss for people with braces. And we're going to take some, what is this called? Iridescent trim. This is in part of the Santa Express suite. And we're going to thread this through. We're going to use this to help us pull this through these holes because the holes are a little tight. So I'm going to go in the top, at the top on the side that we adhered together. Whoops. I just flattened my box. And then we're going to bring it up, if I can get it, on the opposite side. But first we need to fill it. And what I'm filling it with is some noun laters. So this is going to be a gift for my husband's co-workers, the team that he is supervisor over. These are their gifts, well, part of their gift. So 4 packs of the these are 4-pack now later, so there's only 4 packs of those will fit in this little pouch. So we're gonna now thread this through the back and pull it through the front. We're gonna even out our ribbon. Just even it out, and then we're gonna tie it in a bow. Okay. So that is our box done. And now we're going to decorate and bring in the mini cut and emboss machine, the Baby Boss. We are going to do one thing for die cutting, and I've already set it up. So I have the 2 banner pieces put on just some scrap basic white. We really only need 1, but I'm doing 2 just in case I mess up with my stamping. I want to have it, you know, ready so we won't have to pull the machine back out again. Okay, so now we have our die cuts, and I'm going to take the Sentiment Seasons Greetings from our stamp set. We're going to stamp that in the shaded spruce. And I want to get it more towards the bannered end. Not all the way over, but more towards it. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp on both of these just in case. You know how I misplace things sometimes while I'm putting things together. Okay, so that's all we need that for. I think we're done with the shaded spruce. Yes, okay. Next, we are going to get some mint macaron. So let's move these up here. We're going to get some mint macaron, and we are going to take our other scrap of white, and we're going to stamp a little hat and a scarf. Okay, and that's all we're going to do with that. So we're done with this one. And then we're going to get our paper snips and we're just going to fussy cut this out. Okay. And this is real simple to cut. Just let you know, I got this, the measurements for this box. Oh my goodness. I can't remember the person's name. I'll insert it at the top of the video where I got the measurements from. I'm sure she's not the originator, but that's where I seen it. So that's who I'm giving credit to. The box she made was a lot bigger. And I did make it. Let me show you what I made. So this is the box that I made originally, and it is huge, but it's gorgeous. I made it with some retired gold. I don't know what this is, like almost, it's really thick. I don't remember what it was, but I keep my retired paper because I use it when I'm trying out new projects. And this is the Santa Express stamp set and the Santa dies. I don't know what they're called. But anyway, this ribbon is retired. But yeah, this was the box that the instructions made that she gave, but it was a little too big for what I wanted, so I had to do some remeasuring, some alterations for the measurements. Plus, her measurements, you only get one box out of one sheet of cardstock, and I just didn't want to do that. So I was like, I need to make this box with a half a sheet of cardstock. And so that's, I just cut the cardstock in half and started playing with it, with the measurements to see if I can get it done. And I did. That's what I did to come up with our box. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up for when I do the hat because I don't want to be sitting here that long, okay? Okay, we have those two pieces cut out. So we're going to set that to the side. Now we're going to get our, what is this called? Stamparatus. And I've already gone ahead and put our stamp on there. Get my magnets. And it doesn't really, it didn't really need to be in a specific place. But I just wanted to go ahead because I was stamping. I'll show you. I have a lot of boxes already done. Let me see. I want to do this in so I know it'll stay straight. So I've done about 8 of these already, and I need 10. So we're going to get some of the Memento Tuxedo black ink. We're going to stamp this. And the reason I'm using the Stamparatus is because I want this to be a very bold black. And if you can see the little white in there, and I don't want that. So, whoops. That's why I'm using the Stamparatus, so that I can stamp right over this image perfectly without getting like a halo, because it was double vision. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, and I'm going to do this one more time on this side, just in case when I stamp his feet and mouth that I don't do it correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp him twice. So we'll already have it done, just in case. Uh-oh. I kind of let that fall. There we go. So we're done with that. So now we're going to get some Mango Melody. I love this color. And we're going to stamp his little feet on here. This is so cute. I'm going to go ahead and do both, just in case. Why not? And I might use it for a different project or something. Okay, so now we have his feet. Then we're going to do his little beak. This is so cute. Oh, that is perfect. Let's see if we can do this one just as good. Ah, so cute. Okay. So now we're done with that. So that is all of our stamping done. So let's go ahead and Where did I put our punch? Sorry, we're all my noisy chair. Let's see. And the reason I tried to stamp this one, the first one, really close to the, what is this? To the top is because of how it's stamped, the punch is positioned. I don't want to mess this up. So I'm going to have to make a handle. So let me get my scrap here. Make a handle. Oh, it's not even sticking. My washi tape is losing its stick. Okay, so we're just gonna put this in our punch. Line that up. Punch it out. And do the same thing with the other one, just in case it's needed. There we go. So now we have those punched out. And you see on the punch, you don't have to stamp the penguin. You can punch it out in black, punch the body in white. You can punch out the feet, and then you can just, there's a stamp for the eyes. But I like stamping, so I stamped it. Okay, so now we have that. Next, what we're gonna do. Oh, next up, I'm gonna be using the Lovely Layers Vellum. And I'm just going to get one of the plain vellum sheets, the plain one. And I have the cloud punch here. And we're going to just punch out a cloud out of our vellum here. Just like that. Easy peasy. And now we're going to start putting things together. So I think I have, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. These are the adhesive back stars. Well, this is the adhesive back star. I only have one left. I did not think that I would be using all of this, but I'm going to put the biggest little hump at the top. I'm going to put one of these stars right there. And then I'm going to get some glue dots. And you guys know my glue dots are Stampin' Up glue dots, even though they're not on the roll. These are all the ones I get from my paper pumpkin kits. So I'm telling you, if you want to save money, those paper pumpkin kits give you a lot of adhesive. All of this came from paper pumpkin kits, and it's all glue dots. So I'm going to flip that over, and I'm going to use a glue dot right behind that star, and one right here behind that biggest bump on the cloud. Okay. Then we can take the backings off of this. Get our designer paper here. Let's see, which way do I want it to go, like this. And then we're just gonna place this towards the bottom, just like that. And I went ahead, I've put some dimensionals on the back of this, so you can see that. Let's see, we need some dimensionals on our penguin. Not quite yet. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go ahead and build up our penguin. So we're going to put our sentiment, we're going to attach this to our penguin. So what we're going to do is just put him really close to the sentiment. So then we're going to take our scarf, and we're going to put it right here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue across his neck and adhere the scarf on, being careful not to cover up your greeting. Then we're going to get his little hat. This is so cute. We're just going to put a little bit of glue on the edge here. Not a lot, because you just need a little bit. I'm sorry, you guys. My desk is making so much noise. And I want his hat like to be tilted there. Okay, now we can add our dimensionals to the back. So on the back of this, where am I? I think I want to use black dimensionals. We're going to put a bunch of dimensionals. So we're going to put one there, one right where the penguin's head comes off of the sentiment. We're going to put it out there like that. And then we're going to put one up here where the hat and the body connects. Then I have some small ones I wanted to put on here. Why I switched, I don't know, but I did. So I want to put one down here by his arm. One up here to make sure this label stays on. And then one on this side. Whoop. Okay. And then we're just going to add this to our designer series paper in the cloud. The vellum cloud that we punched out. Come on. Isn't this cute? And we're just going to set him right here so he won't be floating out in the air. Oh my gosh, the cuteness. Okay, so now we're going to take our basic white that we have, the 4 3/4 by 2 3/8 scored. No, 4 3/4 by 2 7/8 scored at 2 3/8. Where's my bone folder? I'm losing everything. I want to make sure this is burnished very well. Okay, and we're going to adhere this to that piece. And the reason this is like a mini card is because my husband is going to put a message in there, and he doesn't want them to have to open the box to get the message. So let's just put this on, center it. Then we're going to get some more dimensionals to add to the back of this. And these you only want to put at the top and the bottom because it has to go over our ribbon. Okay, so let's take off the backings of this. All right, and we're going to add this to our box. We want our ribbon on the right-hand side. We're just going to add this to the front of our box, just like that. And so the message will be, we're going to print it out and put it in there. That's why I went ahead and made it, because we don't have to write on it. But that's it. Isn't that cute? Let me show you all the rest of them because they look real cute when they're all together. But aren't these cute? Look at them. There's so many. They're so cute. I love it. Okay, you guys, that's it. That's all. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I would like to thank you for buzzing by the Hive today. Until next time, buzz you later. Bye.